a strange journey. That's the opening line of one of the most iconic films of all time, who happens to be celebrating their 50th anniversary this year. It's the Rocky Horror Show.
That's right, and here to take us on that strange journey is the cast and director of the show that you can see this month at Riverwalk Theatre in downtown Lansing. Welcome to our Studio 10 mansion, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, looks pretty good, right? Better than
well decorated.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't like it last time I was there, so this one's much better.
There we go. We love it. So you two both played the part of Brad.
Yep, that's right.
Yes, because there's two casts, and we're going to get into that in a little bit. But before we get into why, the Rocky Horror Show is a fun show, but it is loaded with a plot. And even for people who've seen it before, it's hard to describe what the show's about. But in your best way, what can we expect to see on stage?
Well, it's a show about two kids, Brad and Janet, who get engaged, and on their way home, they get a flat tire, and they go to the closest place they can find to get help so that they can call. And that just happens to be Frankenfurter's castle, and things go downhill very quickly.
That's a good way to describe it.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it goes downhill once you hit that, hey, let's go find somebody for help.
Yeah, immediately it's not a good look. It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, well, like we mentioned earlier, there are two casts. Explain that to us. Why do you guys have that going on?
Well, we had it because we wanted to do midnight shows. Rocky Horror is known for their midnight shows, the midnight movies, and we wanted to include that. But it's really hard vocally to sing as much as they do at 8 p.m. and then at midnight, so we needed to switch them out. Now, we do have some cast members that do both shows. They are our Phantoms, so the ensemble, and our narrator, who is Matt Ottinger. So if you've ever seen Quizbusters, he was their host.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
How fun. And that's so great that you guys are able to expand and do this and make sure everyone is safe, at least vocally.
Yes.
I don't know in that mansion how crazy it gets. But the show is so interactive with the audience. Do you guys do callbacks and the props?
We absolutely do. We are selling prop bags in our lobby for $10, and we want to ask that nobody bring in their own props, because we don't want them throwing toast or toilet paper or anything really at the actors.
Yeah.
I have a very fragile face, so
Mine could take it, but I wouldn't like it either.
Yeah, we need you both for the show.
We do.
Now,
We need
there's
them.
so many different elements here, but even if you haven't seen the show and you're not familiar, we are all familiar with the time warp. So,
Yes.
since both of you will be doing that, can you show us a few steps?
Sure, I absolutely can.
You can.
Okay.
So we're just going to do the Let's Do the Time Warp again part,
Yes.
very famous part.
Yeah.
We're going to go, let's do the time warp again.
Oh, I'm
And
hitting
we're going to do
Ooh,
it
kind of
twice.
do a shimmy?
a shimmy.
Okay.
Let's do the time warp again. And then we'll roll you back in. That should be hopefully a jumping off point for people. Hopefully they'll know that one.
Yeah,
Right, yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
now, especially wonderful.
Yes, and the cool thing about the time warp is that it is that kind of call, like jump to the left, jump to the right. It's a big
It
song.
gets them moving.
Yeah. And why do you think that is? It's just a good way to encapsulate.
So much of the music is so catchy. That's why it's lasted as long as it has. I mean, it's not the best movie anyone's ever seen, but it is a really catchy amount of music that everybody just loves.
Yeah.
Lovely. Well, everybody loves, and you guys are about to be sold out. But quickly, for the few remaining tickets that you have left, tell our viewers at home how can they get tickets to see all of this.
So this week, all of our early shows are sold out, but midnight shows still have tickets available. And next week, we have shows at 7 p.m. Thursday and 8 p.m. and midnight Fridays and Saturdays, and we have tickets available for all of those still.
Perfect. Well, we wish you best of luck on stage. Make sure you break a leg, because I know it's starting tonight, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, we're just hours away. We're so excited.
Lovely. Well, thank you guys so much
Thank
for joining
you.
us.
Thanks
Break
for
a leg.
having us.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All righty. So here on Studio 10.